You know, if you're building any kind of serious application on Octane, there's a moment you are absolutely guaranteed to face. It's a critical decision point that every single project eventually hits, and the choice you make in that moment, well, it pretty much defines the future of your entire system. And it pretty much always starts the same way, right? You've got a requirement, maybe you need to change how users get created or add some very specific validation. You look at the Octane framework and realize, hey, this does 95% of what I need. It's so close, but it's just not quite there. And that's when you hear that little voice in your head. Every single developer knows this voice. It's that whisper, that temptation that suggests, hey, a small, quick change inside the framework code is the fastest way to get this done. It feels so simple, so harmless. But right here, this is the fork in the road. This is the moment that matters. You can either reach into the framework and bend it to your will, or you can adapt your solution to work within its boundaries. Only one of these choices leads to a scalable, maintainable application. Okay, let's really dive into this. So, which way do you go? Well, the right choice is actually dictated by one central, non-negotiable rule. This isn't just a suggestion or some best practice, it is the fundamental law of building robust systems with Octane. And here it is. It's this simple. You do not modify the Octane framework. That's it. That is the rule. Not for a little UI tweak, not for a validation rule, not for a just this one time fix. I mean it. There are zero exceptions. And let's be super clear about what modification really means. Any change, and I mean any change, no matter how tiny, to the core framework code creates what's called a silent fork. You might not call it that, you might not even realize you've done it, but you have officially diverged from the main path, and now you're on your own. Think about it like this. The Octane framework, that's your foundation. Its job is to be stable, general purpose, and most importantly, upgradable. Your application, that's the house you build on top of it. It holds all the specific business rules and product decisions that make it special. Now, what happens when you start messing with the foundation just to make a room look different? The whole structure gets wobbly. Okay, so why are we so absolute about this? Why does this matter so much? Because breaking this rule comes with a hidden cost. It's a debt that you don't pay today, but trust me, you will pay it. It's inevitable. This timeline, man, this is the trap in a nutshell. Month 2, you make that small tweak and you feel like a hero. You shipped faster. But then, fast forward a few months, a critical Octane security update drops, and suddenly, you can't just apply it. Your silent fork means the upgrade fails and your project is now trapped on an old, unsupported version. And from there, the pain just compounds. Every new Oqtane release isn't an exciting opportunity, it's a soul-crushing merge exercise. Your changes become this tribal knowledge, these undocumented dependencies that new developers are terrified to even look at. And then you start hearing the most dangerous phrase in software development: we can't upgrade yet. That becomes normal. And that's what makes this so dangerous. It's a silent killer for projects. The consequences don't bite you right away, which makes that initial temptation so powerful. The real cost only shows up months down the line. During that first painful upgrade, the first time the original developer leaves the team, or the first time something goes wrong in production. All right, so I've told you what not to do. So what's the right way? If modifying the framework is totally off the table, how do you get your custom behavior in there? Well, luckily, Octane has a really clear professional pattern for this exact scenario. The approved pattern is a straightforward 5-step process. First, you find the component you need to change. Second, and this is the big one, you copy its code, both UI and logic, into your very own custom module. You now own that code, that behavior. Third, you go ahead and apply your specific business logic inside your copy. Finally, you package and install your module like any other extension, and you just replace the default one with yours. The framework stays completely untouched. Okay, I can hear you already, but wait, that duplicates code! And yeah, you're right, it does. But this isn't some accident or a sloppy practice. It is a deliberate, strategic architectural trade-off. And here's why that trade-off is a no-brainer. That small, predictable cost of duplicating one component is so much cheaper than the huge, unpredictable cost of maintaining your own secret framework fork. It's cheaper than fighting merge conflicts with every single upgrade, cheaper than debugging undocumented changes late at night, and it is way cheaper than trying to explain a system full of hidden special patches to a new developer. So look, if you take away just one thing from all this, let it be this mantra: copy, modify, package, replace. That's it. That's the pattern that keeps your application clean and your platform rock solid. Following this rule isn't just about a technical pattern. It's really about adopting the right mindset for how you approach building things in Octane in the first place. And this is it right here. Octane is not a system you customize. It is a platform you build on. Think about that difference. It's huge. It's not a finished product for you to tweak. It's the stable, predictable foundation for you to build your own products. This diagram really says it all. You've got the Octane platform at the bottom. It's solid, it's clean, it's untouched. And sitting right on top are your custom modules A, B, and C. Each one is a self-contained unit of business logic. They live in your application space, not the frameworks. And when you have this discipline, the results are, well, they're pretty profound. Upgrades go from being stressful nightmares to just predictable, routine events. Your system stays supportable because there are no hidden bombs waiting to go off. New developers can actually get up to speed quickly because custom behavior lives where they expect it to, in your modules. And ownership is crystal clear. So in the end, this rule isn't about limiting you. It's about liberating you. By treating the platform as this untouchable foundation, you free yourself up to focus on what actually matters, building your unique product. So, the only question left is, what are you going to build on your stable, predictable platform?